Okay, now that we've actually talked about the different parking mode cables and figuring out exactly what the difference is between which one to use, cigarette lighter, OBD, and the actual parking mode cable. These two, like we said in the earlier video, are the only two that are actually going to work for parking mode. Okay, so we're going to talk about the different options when it comes to parking mode. One of the options is motion detection. What motion detection is basically anytime there's any movement around your vehicle. If there's a bird flies by, someone walks by, another car drives by, all of those things are going to go into a separate folder for motion detection. This option is available on our ThinkWare dash cameras that focuses directly on motion detection. Okay. The next option is time lapse. Time lapse is available on iRoad, GNet, and ThinkWare dash cameras. What that basically is, depending on the unit, is anywhere from 1 to 2 frames per second. So instead of it being like a smooth video, it's going to record and it's going to be choppy. Okay, we're actually going to be posting some examples on this video that will actually better explain to you what time-lapse mode is. But the main thing is, if there is an incident, like let's say there's impact while it's recording in that mode, it will slow down and record at 30 frames per second. And that's the key thing, is if there is an incident, it will slow down and record regularly to capture the incident while in parking mode. The last option is energy saving mode, currently only available on the ThinkWare dash camera. What energy saving mode is impact only while parked. What that is basically you're parked, your dash camera goes to sleep. If there's impact to your vehicle, the dash camera wakes up 1 second after impact and records any impacts to the vehicle. Okay, so basically, this is for, let's say you go to Superstore, you go inside, you do some shopping, somebody backs into you. Well, it'll wake up 1 second later, start recording. Time lapse, it'll record the whole time, right? Choppy, but if something happens, it's going to get like a seamless video. It'll be choppy, right? And then motion detection, it'll record the whole time at normal, regular 30 frames per second. Okay, keep in mind, every single one of these recording modes that we're talking about right now will only work provided your battery is in good condition. Okay, typically we set them all for a low battery protection of 12 volts or higher. We set those settings up with you when we do the installation. If someone else is doing the installation, make sure that you bring up to them that you want to make sure to be involved in setting that voltage and making those decisions. At the end of the day, if your vehicle battery is below whatever that set voltage is, which is typically anywhere from 12 to 12.3, the dash camera will go to sleep. So it doesn't matter whether or not, if you're one of these people right now that are working from home and every day all you do is drive from here to Tim Hortons. You drive 5 minutes a day. You're not getting like a really good charge on your vehicle. The battery may not be in good condition. So, we always recommend, verifying that, because if your battery's sitting at, let's call it 12.2 volts and your battery shut off is at 12.3, what ends up happening is your dash camera, it's not going to record anything while parked anyways. So it's always important to look at that. The iRoad and GNet will tell you whether the low battery protection kicked in while you were away. The ThinkWare does not notify you of that at all. So just kind of keep that in mind when the differences between the dash cameras.